Hi everyone, it's Healthier Shell and I am back. I know it's been a while since I've done any kind of video, and that was mostly because I just didn't really have anything to report. Everything was kind of on hold until, yeah, I just totally adjusted my hair, until I went back to see the psychiatrist again. For those not in the know, I did not have a great experience with him in my first visit. It just wasn't great, but I did go back this morning, and we had a much better visit. I went in and we revisited some stuff. They weighed me in. I've lost since February 27th 22 pounds by following their pre-op nutrition, which is not obviously a liquid diet. It's just following a nutrition plan they provide. So I've been following that, and we had a really good visit today. It was much calmer, didn't feel like an interrogation. My regular therapist, who isn't a Kaiser doctor, had written him a letter explaining some things and letting him know her opinions, and we just had a really good talk. And this one was more about, did I have questions for him? And we went over some of the concerns he had from last time. And I actually found out, he told me that he really only lets 20% of the people he talks with go through on their first visit. He usually has people come back within 2 to 4 weeks after their first visit with him. So, and now that I've had time to think about it, I did get pretty defensive, I guess, talking with him, because of some things from my early 20s that I just feel like, I'm in my late 30s now, or mid 30s, and I just feel like, can we just get over that stuff now? But it was a really good talk. He was really nice and funny. He thinks that I'm hilarious, which was actually pretty funny. And so we did that. And then he said that he was ready to move me on to my appointment with the surgeon, and that the surgeon would probably say I had already met my pre-surgery goal weight because I had already lost so much weight. But obviously that was up to the surgeon. And so what he actually did was try to track down the surgeon so that I could meet with the surgeon just right away. But unfortunately, that really wasn't the case. However, he said that I could wait and meet with the surgeon at noon, which is what I did. I sat down there for an additional 2 hours. He did send me back down to the lab to give another nicotine and drug test. Just to be really honest with all you guys, I was a smoker, a cigarette smoker, and I had quit in December, well, on New Year's Eve, so that I could do all this program. And I also was a pot smoker, so I'm not even gonna lie about that, but I also quit that. And so they are concerned because those are in my histories. So I knew that they were probably going to ask me to do the drug test again. I passed everything the last time I was there, but I knew he'd probably have me do another one. I'm not at all worried about passing it. I haven't smoked anything in months, so I haven't even had any alcohol since January. So that's what that's all about. And that's fine, no problem. I went down and did that. Then I went back and waited, and I actually had my appointment with the surgeon, who was very nice. And I went in and met with him, and we talked about which surgery I was interested in and the surgeries he does. And we both agreed that the vertical sleeve was probably going to be the one for me. That's the one, that I was most interested in, because my brother had that a couple years ago. So we talked about all that, and he was really impressed with the weight that I had lost and the things that I was seeing and the research I had done. He ordered a bunch of lab work for me and an EKG, which I guess is pretty standard, but I also have a history with my heart. I had cardiac ablation in 2010 because I had something called supraventricular tachycardia, which just means my heart beat really fast for no reason. It's a kind of like a birth defect. It wasn't related to my weight or anything, but your heart creates basically little shortcuts, extra synapses, where it sort of bypasses the regular electrical route that it should take. So it just beats super, super fast, like 240 beats a minute for no particular reason when I'm just sitting on the couch. So that was really exciting. The surgeon ordered that stuff, and then he basically said that the next appointment would be with their case manager, and she would put me on the schedule, and she'll probably call me for an appointment next week. And the schedule could be as soon as early May. Excuse me, I'm sorry, late May. And today is April 17th. So we're looking at just over a month. I can't really feasibly do anything until the first week of June, just because I have a bunch of concerts on the schedule for the last week of May. We know how I am with that. As soon as they said that, I freaked out internally. I like really freaked out and immediately texted my brother, because it's like I've been thinking about this and planning on this and working towards this and doing all this for like a year and a half. And as soon as they were like, okay, we'll be able to give you your date and you'll be moving ahead, and here, sign this paper, and here's all the blah, I was like, wow, this is real. What if I decide it's not the right thing and it's already been done and I can't undo it? And I really got nervous, and even now that I'm talking about it, I'm beginning to freak out. Like, I'm tearing up, because it's something I really want, and it's something I've really been thinking about, and I've been researching, and I've been watching all you guys and everything, but I'm a what if person, and I really worry, what if it's not the right thing? And I go through and I do it, and then I find out that I made a mistake and I can't go back. I don't know why I'm so worried about that. My brother says it was the greatest thing he ever did. So many of you guys have said that it's the greatest thing you guys could have done. But I guess I'm just scared, and I'm scared of surgery and all that stuff. And it just was like, wow, this is really real right now. So I'm just gonna go for it. You know, like, I know it's what I want, and I know it's the best thing, and I know that it's going to make my life better, and it's going to extend my life, and it's going to get rid of, God, I'm totally not a crier. It's going to get rid of a lot of these health problems I have, and that's the things that I really want, but it is kind of scary, and now it's really real, and I mean, I guess I'm excited, but I'm nervous. It just made it really nervous and real for me. And what's funny is I texted my brother right away, and he was like, no, do it as soon as possible. It's the best thing. And then he said, you know, I know exactly how you feel, because when he went through the program, as soon as they gave him his date the first time, he backed out. And he went and had to go through the whole program again a year later. And he says that he wishes that he could get that year back and have done it right away. So he actually, maybe it's the way we were raised or something, knows exactly the feeling that I went through. I wonder if any of you guys had that same thing. I was actually really surprised at my reaction. I'm very surprised at my reaction now, because I'm not really a crier, but that really freaked me out. So that's where it is, and yeah, I am really, it just seems like it all moved along pretty quick, and now I have to figure out what the heck I'm going to tell my boss, because that's kind of trippy. I've told a couple people, I told a couple of my friends, they were super supportive, and one of my coworkers kind of figured it out, and they've all been pretty supportive, so I'm feeling pretty good, and I have somewhere to go right after, since I live alone. My parents' house, they've offered to let me stay there for like the week after. I won't make it a week. And I'll board my dog. I have a giant Doberman, and he's not going to be able to stay here. He's only 3 and not very well behaved. Someone will come over and take care of my cats and stuff until I get home. And yeah, so we're looking at like a month and a half away. My cat is being crazy right now. And I don't know. I'm nervously excited, and I think I needed to sink in a little bit, but I'd love for anybody who's been through it or whatever to let me know if you were just really excited when you got your date, or if it kind of freaked you out a little bit right away, or anything like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. I'll give you another update when I know more. And here we go, I guess. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I know I've been pretty quiet lately, and I have been watching some of your videos. I was super busy at work for a few weeks, and I fell a little bit behind, and then I guess you guys all went to Tampa, and there were a million videos, so I am a little bit behind, but I tried to check in on some of the updates and whatnot. So I'm gonna be catching up, so expect comments and stuff. All right. Thank you. Bye, you guys.